And welcome back to the airport update for December of Zurich Model Airport. This will be the first time you guys will be seeing both Terminal 1 and 2, and I hope you enjoy. The airport is very busy at the moment as it's Christmas time, and I think it's looking really good. So hopefully you enjoy the video. To start off with, I just have a quick announcement. I've launched my second channel, which is called GMD Plays. Here's the link if you want to click that and go straight through and subscribe. And I'll be playing games like Minecraft on there and other things. Anyway, back to the airport update. I'm going to start off with Terminal 1 and then move across to Terminal 2. Unfortunately, I can't quite fit them together yet, but that'll be coming soon. To start off with, we have a Swiss A330-300, and this is off to Chicago O'Hare, and it is leaving as Swiss 8. This route is flown 6 times a week, so let's move on. Next to that, we have another A330-300, this time with Edelweiss, and this aircraft is just loading up its final few passengers, and then it will be leaving for Las Vegas. Next to that again, we have another A330, this time a 200, and this is flying with Austrian Airlines, and this plane will be off to Vienna. Next along the line, we have an Emirates 777-300ER, and this plane is off to Dubai, and it's leaving as Emirates 88. Currently, there's 3 Emirates aircraft at the airport, and they're all leaving to Dubai. Emirates only normally flies this route twice a week, but because of Christmas and extra demand, it's flying 3 times this week a day. Moving along one more time, we have a South African Airways A340-600, and this was on its way to London Heathrow when it had to divert into the airport with a problem on board. They're not too sure what that is yet, but engineers are looking at the plane. Moving along again, we have a China Airlines 747-400. This is one of the 11 currently left in their fleet, but they are all starting to be phased out for 777-300ERs, and this plane is off to Hong Kong. Next up, we have a Delta 767-300ER, but it's wearing the Hawaiian livery because it hasn't been painted yet, and this is off to New York JFK, and it's leaving as Delta 208. Last off, there's an empty gate, and this is currently just waiting. I'll show you now. The United aircraft's going to come park here as it loads its passengers. Anyway, so this is the first lineup at Terminal 1. I'll get you a view of that. Let's move across to the other side, the Swiss side of the airport, and we have a Swiss A320, and this plane is off to Dublin as Swiss 400. An A321 is just pulling out of gate 203, and this A321 is going to Istanbul as Swiss 1800. Try to get you a nice view of this. We have another Swiss A320, well actually 2 of them, the first of which is off to Warsaw, and the second is off to Rome. So if we just move across past the parking lot, past the terminal, sorry about that, just going to move, we have our last 3 aircraft at Terminal 1. To start off with, let me just get you a nice view, sorry about that, we have BA, and this is an A319. This aircraft is off to London Heathrow as British Airways 716. An empty gate, no plane expected here today. Moving along again, we have an Edelweiss A320, and this is off to Edinburgh in Scotland. And last off, we have a United aircraft 757-200 in the Continental livery, still waiting to be painted, and this is off to Newark as United 134. So that's it for Terminal 1. A busy day, lots of aircraft. And now let's move on to Terminal 2. And welcome back to the Terminal 2 side of the airport. I just finished building this terminal myself, and if you want to see that, the link to the video will be in the description. And in that video, I also show you how you can build your very own model airport too. So, if we move along to the start, we'll start with this A320 Swiss aircraft. And this, if I could just focus on it, sorry about this. There we go. And this Swiss A320 is off to Paris. Moving back to another Swiss aircraft. Up we have a Swiss A330-300, and this aircraft is off to Sao Paulo as Swiss 92. I'll just give you a shot of that aircraft. If we move along again, we have another 2 Swiss A320s, and I'll try to focus in on this aircraft, get you a nice view. And this aircraft is off to Oslo. And the other Swiss A320, they're both 200s. This aircraft is off to Copenhagen. Next up, we have the 2 A380 gates at the airport, and they're both full at the moment. And we have the second Emirates flight of the day, and this is Emirates 86, and it will be going off to Dubai. And then we have a Qantas A380, and this plane's final destination destination will be Melbourne, and it is also going via Dubai due to the alliance between Emirates and Qantas. We continue to move across. I'll just try to get somewhere to film this from. We have on the other side an empty gate, and then moving down. So I'll just try to get to focus. We have an American Airlines 777-200ER, and this aircraft will also be going to New York. Next to that, we have another empty gate, and they're just waiting for a Swiss A340-300 here that'll just about to arrive from San Francisco. And then one spot down is the last Emirates flight of the day, another 777-300ER, and this aircraft is also going to Dubai. Down to the cargo terminals, and we have one cargo aircraft and one aircraft just waiting. Over to those. The cargo aircraft is a Cargo B. Let me just try to focus on that. Cargo B 747-400, and this 200F. Sorry, my bad. And this aircraft is off to Brussels, just getting some cargo on. And there is the terminals, well, cargo terminal for the airport. And moving again, we just have another plane at gate C2. This plane's just waiting for its allotted slot at the gate when it'll load up. And this is a Japan Airlines 747-400, and it'll be off to Tokyo Henda Airport. And if we move across to the runway, there's 27 right and 27 left, but unfortunately today 27 left is closed for inspection as it's just opened, so all the aircraft will be using 27 right. On the runway, about to take off, there's another United aircraft, and this is a 767-300, and this will be also, if I could just focus on it, and this aircraft will also be going to Newark in New York, and it is operating as United 134. Next out, just waiting for the runway, about to take off next, is a Crossair MD-83, and this aircraft was off to Geneva. And lastly, taxiing is a Hapag-Lloyd 737-800, this aircraft off to Munich. Last two aircraft that have just arrived, one of which is a A320-200, whoops, sorry about that, an A320-200, focus please, come on. Sorry, I'm just trying, it's not focusing. There we go. A320-200, and this is also Austrian Air. And Vienna is actually, it's just coming from Vienna, and Vienna is the second busiest route from Zurich. And lastly, this aircraft is another Edelweiss A320. It's just taxiing in, it's just landed, and this is in from Ibiza. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you all enjoyed. It's a bit different to have two terminals, and I hope it was shown well to you with the terminals. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a like and comment if you have anything to say, and I will respond to your comments. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.